In the past 2 centuries, 4 industrial revolutions can be distinguished. The first industrial revolution is characterized by the steam engine. In 1777, James Watt's first steam engine was set up in a mining quarry in Cornwall. This period marks the transition to new and more efficient production processes. The concepts of efficiency and quality as we know today first emerged during the Second Industrial Revolution. It was no longer a single person who was responsible for the whole product, but people worked in large teams. Henry Ford introduced the assembly line in 1912, which allowed for mass production. Ford introduced the term flow. You could therefore argue that the basis of lean originated at that time, although the term itself was introduced many decades later. However, the economies of scale and complexity of the Second Industrial Revolution created logistical problems. Taylor was the founder of scientific business management, which was mainly based on standardization and efficiency. Shewhart is known as the father of statistical quality control. He has laid the foundation for statistical process control and is the inventor of the Plan, Do, Check, Act improvement circle. The application of statistical techniques developed enormously during the Second World War, when efficient production and quality became crucial parts of the war. During the Second World War, the TPM method was developed by American factories that had to supply the army. TPM focuses in particular on efficient use of production systems and maintenance. After the war, TPM was also introduced in Japanese industry. Fisher contributed the ANOVA test and design of experiments, 2 techniques that are often used in Six Sigma. In the 1930s, and just after the Second World War, Toyota made several visits to the Ford factory in the United States. While Ford was producing 8,000 vehicles a day at the time, Toyota had only produced 2,500 cars in 13 years. Toyota wanted to boost its production, but lacked the financial resources needed to obtain the vast amount of inventory and sub-assemblies seen at the Ford factory. Toyota developed the Toyota Production System, which includes some of the Ford ideas, but also included the philosophy of just-in-time, the pull concept and the Jidoka concept, to avoid the problems and costs of huge inventories. The concept of lean manufacturing was introduced by Womack and Jones in 1988. Lean manufacturing and the 5 lean principles have been extensively described by Womack and Jones in 2 books: The Machine That Changed the World and Lean Thinking. After the Second World War, the Japanese took enormous steps in the field of quality management. The American statistician Deming played an important role here. Deming had more influence on Japanese production than any other individual with a Japanese background. Only after his death in 1993, he became known in the United States. In 1979, Motorola was in a painful process of losing market share because of bad quality. The search for methodologies to drastically improve quality eventually led to the Six Sigma approach. Basically, Six Sigma focuses on reducing variation in every conceivable part of the process using the statistical techniques developed by Shewhart, Deming, Fisher, and others. Motorola added a structured methodology, the DMIC roadmap. Less variation will lead to fewer products out of specification. It will also lead to more stable quality and lower costs. Applying Six Sigma brought about $1 billion in cost savings to Motorola every year. One of the companies that embraced the Six Sigma philosophy was General Electric. By applying Six Sigma, General Electric saved more than $12 billion in 5 years. In the mid-80s, Goldratt introduced the concept of bottleneck management, also known as theory of constraints. This concept is often illustrated with a bottleneck, where the speed of the flowing water is limited by a narrow neck. Imai was known for the Kaizen philosophy. Kaizen is based on short improvement cycles on the shop floor using the PDCA circle. In 1986, Imai founded the Kaizen Institute to help Western companies introduce Japanese concepts and the Kaizen approach. Both Lean and Six Sigma found their origin in industry and automotive. Nowadays, Lean Six Sigma is applied in many other sectors, such as healthcare, finance, and government, to organize their processes more efficiently and to improve product quality.